In this woodworking tip today, I'm going to show you how to make a half flap joint. I'm going to use a small crosscut sled on the table saw to achieve this. First thing I want to do is set the height of the blade, and that is basically going to be to where I want the middle to be. Set the height of the blade with my finger. Next, I want to set up where I want to make these cuts. I want this to be the width of the material because obviously they're gonna half lap together. So I'm going to use a piece of material, adjust my stop block where I have the blade right at that first line, lock it down. Now I am ready to make that first cut. Next I want to go to the other side and make the cut that's going to bookend the overall width, and then I can just easily take out the stuff in the middle. So now I'll remove this and I'll push it over tight and then go up and check. And sure enough, it's exactly what I want, except it's on the wrong side of the blade. I need to offset it back the width of the blade. This is where setup blocks can come in real handy. This kit here happens to be metric, but you can get these imperial or metric, and that's exactly the width of the blade, and that is what I want to offset it back. In my case, 3 millimeters is nice and snug. So if I take this setup block, put it against that block, but now you can see that I'm right to where I want to be on that line. If you don't have a set of these, something I'm sure you do have is a set of drill bits. These are imperial, not metric. That's it. So you can see I'm nice and snug. Put the bit in place where I had the setup block, and sure enough, I'm right where I want to be. So with that, I'll go ahead and remove this. And now with the cut on each side where I need it, I can just take the middle out and I don't have to worry about precision. Now I just need to repeat it. In production, I would have done both of these together since they're an exact match, but I wanted to show you clearly how to do it. So we'll step through it one more time just to lock it in. So I'll take my offset piece, put it in there and double check, and sure enough, I'm right where I want to be. Of course, I already had the stop block in place. Nice and snug and perfectly flush, just that easy. And I didn't pull out my tape measure and measure anything. I, of course, had my layout on these because I wanted them centered to create this little stand. But in setting up the blade, I just used the material, the height of the material or the thickness of material, set the blade height, and then I used the same thickness of material for the offset, and then I used the drill bit, which was the same size as the width of my blade, and I was able to double check that with that first cut, which was a kerf, exactly the size of the blade. So just that easy, you can get perfect joints. If you found this woodworking tip helpful and you'd like to see more like this, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe. When you subscribe, ring the bell so that YouTube will let you know every time I put up a new video. If you'd like to get a detailed set of plans to build yourself a smart wood shop, a smart bench, a smart station, any of the accessories that work with the smart system, there's a link in the description of this video down below. Mahalo.